Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Mr. Lynn. Hope you're having a good day. It's Sunday, and tomorrow being Monday, we're about to start the second week of online learning. So this week we're going to be doing some observational drawing. Now, um, observational drawing is when you draw things in real life, and it's a really good activity and exercise. Helps make you a better artist. I also like it because these days with online learning and being at home and everything, we're on the screen a lot. I know I am, and so observational drawing is a screen-free activity. But I am going to make a couple videos just of me doing some observational drawing so I can teach you what it is and how you do it. So I'm going to go inside my house and look around for something to draw and kind of walk you through the process. So let's go find something to draw. Alright kids, so I'm in my house now, I'm in my living room, and I've been looking around for something to draw, and I found this, which is a bookshelf. It's a bookshelf, and on the top of this little bookshelf I've got a record player, there's some books, there's some records. Next to the bookshelf there's the cover of a record. There's a clock up there too, and there's a didgeridoo leaning against the bookshelf. When I'm looking for things to draw, I'm looking for things that have shapes. I mean, everything has shapes, but this particular setup we're looking at has a lot of geometric shapes. And by geometric shapes, I mean shapes that have rules. For example, a triangle has rules. A triangle is a shape with three straight sides. If it has three straight sides, you gotta call it a triangle. Shapes that don't have rules are called organic shapes. But here in this setup, I'm seeing squares, a lot of rectangles, I'm seeing some circles. That should be pretty fun to draw and pretty easy to draw too. So I'm gonna get some drawing paper and draw it out. Alright, well, I'm gonna try and to hold this camera and record and draw at the same time. So here's what I'm going to draw. And here is my drawing paper. And I'm using a marker. Now, usually when I draw, I like to start with a pencil so I can draw light until I know it's right. Then go darker and trace with the marker, but it's hard to see the pencil lines on the video. So I'm just going straight to marker. Some people don't like to do that because if you do something that you don't like, you can't erase it. But drawing for me is just fun, and so this is just an exercise. I'm not going to keep this drawing. I don't think it's just fun to draw, and it's nice to get away from the screen. So there's the paper. That's what I'm going to draw. So when I'm drawing observationally, I'm looking for big shapes, and you want to go from big to small. And so the big shapes I see are the rectangle that makes the bookshelf. That's the biggest one. And then I'll probably end up drawing this part of the fireplace. I forget what you call that. There's a name for it. And then, so I see this is a rectangle here. And then this is like an angle. And you got that kind of L, upside down L shape there. A little circle there. So I'm going to start with that. I have my paper vertically because, this rectangle is vertical. And that rectangle is vertical as well. So it makes more sense to have the paper vertical too. So I'm going to start with, I need to tape this in place. All right, I want to draw big, so I'm going to start with that rectangle, which is the bookshelf. So that's that rectangle. And then this is the bottom of the fireplace. That's like a rectangle that goes kind of to the edge of the frame. So I'm going to draw that next. Alright, now that's a record right there. And I'm going to draw that record right here. Square. That's a square, and then I'm going to draw this angle. It goes up and over. But I got to make sure how tall it is. It comes almost as tall as the rectangle that makes up the bookshelf. Almost. So it's going to start here, come up, and then over. And then the rest of the fireplace goes a little taller than the bookshelf. That's a record player. To me, that's a sideways rectangle. I got some sweet records, kids, so I'm just gonna make that. That's the record player. That's that. And then this is a little taller than the record player. So, this is the side of the fireplace. A little taller than a record player. Notice my lines aren't perfectly straight, but that's okay. I don't mind that one bit. Now, this is, I guess, the mantle's what you call that, on top of the fireplace, and then the clock. So, I'm gonna draw a long skinny rectangle here. And then that circle is gonna be top of the clock. Pretty good. Now, there's a couple shelves here, so I'm gonna draw a line across. But, you know, when I look at it closely, this is like a square here and a square there. So I think I'm gonna draw the two squares and let the rectangle be in the middle. So maybe a square here. And then a square here. It's not really a square, it's more of a rectangle, but it's all good. Alright, so got a lot of records down there. And I got some books, all the books are diagonal. So what could be kind of fun would be to draw some diagonal rectangles for the books. Maybe I'll draw some that are straight up and down. Some are skinnier, some are wider. Maybe I'll draw some going this way. So I'm just drawing some rectangles. You know, same thing with that bookshelf. I'll draw maybe a straight up book right there. Maybe a skinnier one there. Some are taller, some are shorter. I'm not looking at the books on the bookshelf now. I'm just kind of making this up. But it's been up from real life because we all just saw that there's books on the shelf. All right. And this maybe a little small book. That's good stuff. Now at the bottom, that's just a bunch of records. So I don't even know how to draw those. I'm just gonna draw a bunch of straight lines. Not using a ruler. Lines aren't really straight, and that's quite okay. It's very satisfying. Drawing all these lines, very, very satisfying. Alright. So there's my records. There's my books. That's a record player. I see a circle in the middle. So I'm going to draw a circle in the middle. And then there's like a, can you see the top and the bottom of the record player? It's a rectangle. So I'm just going to draw a line across like that. And there's some other little buttons. There's a curved line here, curved line there, and then some buttons. So I'm going to draw some circles. Pretty cool. And what time is it? It's almost 7 o'clock. Yeah, so here's the 6. I'm not drawing the, well, I'll draw the numbers. Why not? So you got a 6 on the bottom, a 12 on the top. There's a 3 on the right, a 9 on the left, and then I put my 1, my 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm just going to make it 7 o'clock. Little hand points towards the 7, big hand points towards the 12. So, you know, with observational drawing, you can sit here and draw every single detail if you wanted to. You can keep it really simple. I find that looking at something and breaking it down to the shapes and drawing those shapes is very satisfying. It's relaxing. So I'm just going to ask you kids to just do a little bit of observational drawing this week. And if you want to post it, you can on the general tab. If you want to email it to me, you can. Or you can just write me a post saying that you did it and what you drew. I know you guys got a lot going on, so you know, I'm here to teach you how to draw, and I can teach you how to draw, but you know, just the act of drawing, I think, with everything that's going on in our lives, would be very, very good for just to relax and do something that's not on the screen. That's the little didgeridoo thing right there. It's an Australian instrument. My friend went to New Zealand once and got it for me. So that's my observational drawing. I'm probably going to come back and add some more detail and paint it, but that's enough for now. So find something with geometric shapes. It's easy to draw. Later this week, I'll probably draw something outside, like a tree, which is has more organic shapes. It's fun to draw. So there you go. Observational drawing.